This is Perp back with another video, and I finally got around to watching Story Ave. This is starring Asante Black. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right because he has definitely been on the rise. He was also in a movie called Landscape with Invisible Hands, that romantic sci-fi movie. I got a review of that as well. And I wouldn't even be mad if he were to end up being cast as Miles Morales, because I definitely think he has those acting chops, and he definitely gives me that New York vibe, especially in this movie. And you also have Alex Hibbert in this as well, or Hibbert. He's from The Shy, another person that I wouldn't mind seeing as Miles, and he plays his friend Mo. But Asante, he plays Kadir in this. Also, his name is Kid in this, his nickname. And we open up with him dealing with the death of his younger brother and him having to kind of deal with that guilt of him feeling responsible for his younger brother's death. And he's also an artist, which is interesting because in Landscape with Invisible Hands, he also was an artist in there. So I'm curious to see if like he's really like painting these things. Like, is he really into art like that? So I find that kind of those parallels to be pretty interesting. But he's into graffiti and whatnot, really wants to be down with this crew that's led by Mo's older brother Schemes. But of course, Schemes also is into some very bad things, and he's a terrible influence, you know, where you have Mo, his friend, that kind of wants him to take what he knows and his gifts and what he's good at and get the fuck up out of the Bronx. And, you know, as he's trying to prove himself and he really wants to be a part of Scheme's crew, it leads him to do something fucking stupid where Schemes wants him to go stick somebody up to kind of prove himself to the crew. And he ends up sticking up Luis Guzman's character, Luis. And he's kind of like this MT conductor, or I don't know, works around trains or something like that. I don't know. And he tells him like, yo, you're not like that. And it's interesting that instead of calling the cops, he's like, he sees that he's going through something and he kind of just wants to take him under his wing, very subtly, not like aggressively or anything like that. So anytime he gets into some type of trouble or anything, he needs a place to stay, you know, Louise is right there to kind of just look out for him. And they kind of learn from one another. But Luis is not perfect. He's also dealing with his own kind of demons and some other type of things that, you know, are interesting, which I would say one nitpick, I wish they would have kind of did a little bit more with Louise's character, but it's cool. I still enjoy seeing Luis Guzman in this, and he definitely does have some humorous moments, but also some serious moments. Overall, this movie is pretty much about Kadir making a huge life choice. Like, you're either going to go down two paths. You're going to go down this path of crime, and, you know, you're going to lose your family behind it, or you're going to end up dead, or you take your talents in art and you put it into something positive, you know. And that's what he kind of has to deal with, but also kind of, like I said at the beginning of this review, dealing with the guilt of his little brother's death, and meeting people along the way, even liking or having like a love interest in this movie as well. Really dope, solid acting. I like the cinematography. It doesn't try to do anything like, it doesn't try to do anything pretentious or anything like that. It's just a very clean 4:3 aspect ratio, so everything's kind of just in focus. Just a very clean, well shot film. Shout outs to the director, Aristotle Torres. I want to kind of see what this director does next. I really enjoyed this. This was a really nice watch. I don't know if this is going to pop up any streaming services anytime soon, because I ended up just renting this off of the Google store. So I definitely would recommend checking it out if you don't mind paying like $4 or $5. I don't mind supporting these smaller films and whatnot. This was definitely one of the films that I was looking forward to watching this year, and it didn't disappoint me at all. So if you get around to watching it, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.